Alright, welcome back. This is our second video of the day and we're going to continue this lesson. Right now we're looking at the volume of a triangular prism. So the volume of the triangular prism is, again, the volume is always the area of the base times the height. So the base here, it's a triangular prism, so the base here is our triangle. So the area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. And then we're going to times it by the height of the prism. And the height of the prism here we're going to list as L. So we have these two formulas, BHL divided by 2, or you can say 1/2 BHL. And the BH and L are being multiplied. Right, so we'll calculate the volume of the triangular prism below. So we have volume formula. So go find the shape. Go find the shape. So you go into your gold sheet. Find the shape. Here we are. We have the triangular base prism. Go find the volume. So we have BLH divided by 2 or 1/2 BLH or BHL. It doesn't really matter which way the letters go. Let's do it this way. BLH. Over here you can see that the L they're standing for is the height of the triangle and H is the height of the prism. Okay. So L is the height of the triangle and H is the height of the prism. Okay, so we've got BLH divided by 2. B is the base of the triangle, so it looks like 6 is going to be our base. L is the height of the triangle, so that's for this one. So that's L is going to be this, and H is the height of the prism. So we've got 12 here. Okay, so let's sub them in. We've got H, we've got B, and we've got L. Okay, so B is 6. L is 5.2 and H is 12. And then this is all divided. Do not forget that divided by 2. That's like the most common thing that people forget. So 6 times 5.2 times 12. What do we get there? We get 374.4. Right? Is that it? No, don't forget the divide by 2. This is half a... Right up here, this looks like the volume of a rectangular prism. And then if you split a rectangular prism right in half, like on a slant, you get 2 triangular prisms. That's why it's divided by 2. Okay, and then here we have in meters. Is it meters squared? Oh, it's meters cubed. All right, so the volume is 187.2 meters cubed. Alright, the volume of a cone, we're going to look at a cone and a square base pyramid next. So for our pyramids and our cones, we can see that they're like little hats, right? They've got this pyramid looking shape. We're going to check this out. So we're being told that 1/3 the base area times the height. So it's very similar to our prisms, but we have to take 1/3. So the base here is, again, a circle. So the area of a circle is pi r squared times the height, but this time we're going to multiply it by 1/3. So pi r squared h divided by 3. You can look at it like this, or you can look at it with a 1/3 in front. Either one works. I like this one more. All right. So that means that we have this 3 underneath now. Okay, we're going to see below why that happens. Let's just fill this one in and then we'll check it out. Okay, let's go draw this cone. So it's like a little triangle here with a circle in the bottom. The radius is 2. And the height, that's how tall it is. This is not the slant height, that's a slant. This is how tall it is. So it's 5 centimeters. This is 2 centimeters. So volume is equal to pi r squared h. Hey, that looks a lot like a formula of something. Divide by 3, which is equal to pi times our radius here is 2. Don't forget to use brackets. Squared times 5. And the most common thing people forget. Don't forget it. You divide by 3. So let's put this together. So here we get 2 squared, that's 4 times 5 divided by 3. 4 times 5, that's 20, so pi times 20 divided by 3. And what do we get there? 20 times, use your pi button. We get 20.9, round 1 decimal place, so 20.9 centimeters cubed. So therefore the volume is 20.9 centimeters cubed. All right, this next question is comparing cylinders and cones. So for a cylinder, the volume is pi r squared h. And now we just saw for a cone, it's 1/3 pi r squared h, or pi r squared h divided by 3. Right, that looks like oddly familiar. That means if we have a cylinder and we have a cone here with the same height and the same radius, that we have a cylinder, that means if we take 1/3 of our cylinder, we get a cone. Meanwhile, if we have a cone and we times it by 3, we get a cylinder. So a cylinder times 1/3, we get a cone, and if we have a cone, we times it by 3, we get back to a cylinder. Because if we times this by 3, there would be no denominator, and we get back to a cylinder. Right, so if a cylinder or a cone have the same radius and height, the volume of the cone is 3 times the volume of a cylinder, or the volume of the cylinder is 1/3 the volume, did I mess that up, of a cone. Sorry, it should be the other way around. If the cylinder and a cone have the same radius and height, the volume of a cone is 1/3 the volume of a cylinder, so you times it by 1/3, or the volume of a cylinder is 3 times the volume of a cone. That's it. Alright, so if we have a cylinder, let's go draw it, a cylinder with a volume of 108 centimeters cubed, what's the cone gonna be? Which one's bigger? This one's bigger by how much? This one's bigger by 3 times bigger. So what number times 3 gives you 108? That's the same thing as doing 108 divided by 3. The cone is always smaller, 3 times smaller. 36 centimeters cubed. So 3 of these cones fit inside that cylinder. Right, and then we have the square base pyramid. So square base pyramid, let's go find this shape. Square base pyramid is going to be very similar to a cone, right? Because it has that pyramid looking. Again, it's going to be 1/3 of the area of base times the height. What's the area of the base? It looks like a B, and what letter would be over here if it's a square? Yeah, this would also be B, so this would be 1/3 base is base times base, or length times width, times height, which is equal to 1/3 b squared h, or you can see b squared h divided by 3. Those are the formulas that should be on your sheet. Let's go check. Yep, looks good. Those are the two formulas. They're both the same. You can use either one for the volume. Right here. All right, this is our last question. Go find the volume of the pyramid. So volume of a pyramid is 1/3 b squared h, or we can use b squared h divided by 3. I think I like this one better. So equals, so go find the base. Is the base 18? No, the base is 36. 36 by 36. So that means where we see a b, we're going to write a 36 square, 36, oh, I wrote 32. 36 squared, and then the height, how tall is it? Is that 30? Is 30 how tall it is? No, that's a slant. 24 is how tall it So 24 is standing nice and tall, and then don't forget to divide by 3. Type it all in your calculator. 36 to the power of 2 times 24. Find that number and divide it by 3. And lastly, we get 10,368 meters cubed, and that's our final answer. The volume is 10,368 meters cubed. Alright, see you guys on Monday. Please work on the homework, try some of those questions out, and again, we'll see you on Monday.